This is the plaintiff, Scott Brown. He says the defendant's landscapers used a weed whacker on a gravel driveway, sending rocks flying everywhere, and 10 of them cracked the windshield of his car. His car wasn't even a year old. The defendant offered to replace the windshield with an aftermarket one. He wants one from the dealer, and here they are. He's suing for $812.13, the cost of an authentic Volkswagen windshield and installation. This is the defendant, Mark. He says he went to investigate the plaintiff's claim, and quite honestly, he didn't see even one crack in the guy's windshield. The plaintiff's harassing him mercilessly, sending him emails and leaving him phone messages galore. He respects this court and its process and will defer to the judge on how to proceed. He's accused of spraying gravel.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff says the defendant's landscaper screwed up royally by using a weed whacker where a stone kicked up and broke his windshield. But the defendant says he's making up the windshield story. It's the case of you're a crackpot.
It's not exactly. Scott Brown?
Yes.
You are suing Mark. You've asked us not to use your last name. And are you a landscaping company?
Yes.
Okay. For damaging your vehicle to the tune of $812.13. What happened?
On August 8th, I went outside into my parking lot where the defendant's company was doing its weekly maintenance. As I proceeded outside, I saw rocks flying over.
When you say your parking lot,
the parking lot at my job.
Okay.
It was parked in the lot. I went outside to have a cigarette, and when I noticed one of his workers was weed whacking gravel, and it was kicking up and damaged my windshield.
you saw it happen?
I saw it happen.
Wow, and who says smoking doesn't pay? Okay, so so did you walk over to him?
Yes, I actually kind of trotted over to him, but he didn't speak very good English and he didn't listen to what I had to say. So I let him do what he had to do. And I checked out my vehicle.
Okay, did you take pictures?
Yes, I did.
May I see it?
Yes.
So how did you finally get in touch with the defendant?
I talked to one of the foremans of the crew who spoke English, and they contacted him.
Right then?
Right then.
Oh, okay. And then, does he come, is this your windshield?
Yes.
Okay, so does he come out?
Yes, he came.
And you talk to him, and how did that work out?
He said he was going to make a couple phone calls and get back to me.
Okay. Is this a picture of the gravel?
Yeah.
But that's not gravel, just like a wrecked up parking lot?
Yeah, it's only halfway done.
The blacktop is all damaged?
Yeah.
That's what you mean?
Yes, and it's disintegrated to gravel.
Wow. So you go out there and what do you see?
First I was called by the plaintiff that we had done this damage. I immediately got in my car and went out to the site. And I looked at the windshield and I honestly did not see a crack.
Okay, but what he's got pictures of, it hadn't cracked yet. It was,
no, they're chips.
They're
not
chips
cracks.
in the
Yes.
windshield. Here, show it to him. He's got a ruler by it, which is the best way to come to court.
Yeah, I had saw a little, what I referred to as like glistenings, because I had to actually...
Glistenings is so much prettier. Don't we all just want glistening on our windshield?
I had to see it in the sunlight because it, what I expected to see was a piercing in the windshield and some spidering from, I'm in the business 35 years. When I looked at this, I said, this isn't damage from us. This is...
Oh, I see. So you're not denying that there's
something on
There's something on that you're saying that's not from us?
I'm saying that looks like it's...
How are you qualified to say that, or why should I believe, and how do you know?
So did the plaintiff prove his case? Is that enough? Did he prove his case?
To me, I think he proved it.
Because?
Because he stopped when he was supposed to.
He stopped and called the guy over.
Yeah, so that's why I think he proved it.
Okay, fair enough. I think you're right. Going inside the courtroom.
I mean, the guy says he saw it happen and he ran to your guy right away. What did your guy say?
They put me on the phone right away. They called me and said, look, we have a problem out here. And I went out and I saw...
What'd they tell you? We don't think we did it, or we kind of did it?
They never think they did it, but I went out there to be businesslike. We had just taken the account over and I wanted to be right for the building owner. I wanted to be right for the tenant.
Did you end up keeping the account?
Yes.
Okay, but you still haven't paid him, but you said you'd pay him. And the problem is that you are willing to buy him a new windshield, but not a new, what brand is this?
A Volkswagen,
Volkswagen. What year is your car?
2012.
Okay. And did you buy it new?
Yeah, brand new.
So it has the factory windshield.
Yes.
That has the exact specifications, and you wanted to get the cheaper one. What do you drive?
What do I drive? I drive a Prius, Toyota Prius.
Okay. And would you want to get a generic windshield if something happened to it, or would you get the one Toyota recommends and builds for your car?
I've been in the car dealers too many times to know that they call a service just like I did to come and replace the windshield, and it doesn't come from Germany, and it doesn't come, my windshield wouldn't come from Japan as a Toyota. And
Okay, is there such a thing as a JETA authorized windshield?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yes, I have from the dealership. I have a quote from the dealership.
Yeah, but does it, he's saying the dealership just calls a glass company.
No, they don't. There's a stamp on my windshield that's written in German.
Okay.
And that's the exact same one that's in there. All I want is replaced what's there. I don't want an aftermarket piece of
Okay. Do you happen to have a picture of the stamp? You know what it says?
No.
Because the car's built in Germany. I mean, does it say Al's glass shop?
No, it's all written in German.
Helmut's glass shop?
And I have a police report saying that the defendant's company also beat up 7 other vehicles
Ooh,
that crashed.
let me see. Beat up. I mean, that's a little
He
strong.
cracked
That's right
7
there
other
with
windshields.
glistening. You know? Do you have a copy of the police report?
I don't have anything, Your Honor, and honestly...
Did you know there was a police report?
This is the part that's harassing. I know nothing about what he just presented.
It's harassing or it's vexing? I mean, he's not harassing you by you not getting the police report.
He's telling me now that there's a team of people, of 7, that have allegations against me.
Do they?
Not that I've heard.
As of yet, no.
How do you know that they did or they didn't go up against him? How, as of yet, no. You've talked to all of them?
I work with them. These all work as vehicles.
Weed whack in the parking lot, which resulted in small stones and pebbles chipping up his vehicle's windshields. Blah, blah, blah. While inspecting the damaged windshield, Scott showed me where the landscaper had weed whacked. I observed a freshly disturbed line along the parking lot, which runs in front of several vehicles. Upon further inspection, it was learned that all 7 vehicles sustained small chips to the windshields from the weed whacking. I also observed small stones and pebbles on the hoods and windshields of the vehicle. Wow, who's harassing you? That's a police report.
I'm unaware of that.
Right. Okay. Show me the receipt for the estimate. That's what you sent up here already?
Yes.
Okay, based on what I see, I want you to have a copy of this because you should. Okay, so just make sure he has a copy of this before he leaves. Based on what I see, I find in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of $812.13. Good luck, folks.
Thank you.
So that means the defendant comes out here on the losing end of this case. Any doubt now in your mind?
I still, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Didn't the police report make sense to you?
It's a mysterious report. I don't know where it came from.
You
would
don't,
think
you don't want to understand it. It seems like.
This is a grave surprise to me.
Our head's going to roll over at the old weed whacking company?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Heads are going to roll.
Okay. All right, so step on in here. Okay, so you got every cent you sued for.
Yeah, all I wanted was just to replace what was already existing in my car. Car wasn't over a year old, and it was in perfect condition before the defendant's company got.
Yeah, how come you couldn't stop these guys before they did all this damage?
Language barrier.
Everyone understands stop, don't they?
No. I ran up and I was like, hold on. He shrugged his shoulders and kept on going.
Okay, Harvey.
Here's the thing, there are so many people when they cause damage, they say, oh, I can get this guy a cheap this or a cheap that. Fact is, you're entitled, or this guy is entitled, plaintiff, to get a comparable windshield.